first heard the term sidebar when I was negotiating the multi-billion-dollar TV theatrical contract when I was an officer with SAG-AFTRA. And the sidebar is a sidebar conference in a court of law, a discussion between the lawyers and the judge held out of earshot of the jury. And in the spring of 2020 is when Michael told Archangel Michael, whom I work with in my psychic work, told me that I was going to be doing these readings for you guys here on YouTube, and now is the time. So these sidebars are these little conferences, short little tidbits of information pertaining to a situation going on in your life right now that's going to be my psychic channelings for all the 12 signs, and then we get a little bit of tarot on it, and it's just a little bit of discussion held out of earshot of the people in your life that this pertains to give you a little bit more information as it's guided. So enjoy. Hello Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome to your private one-on-one sidebar with me. Your psychic channeling, your message, your sidebar discussional topic is to aim for the next higher octave. And this is interesting because she was showing me someone practicing musical scales, like with their voice. So you can be someone who is a singer, okay? Some of you can actually sing or be musical in some way, shape, or form. But what she's saying, what this is that it's like a reflection of your values and your priorities, that like when you want to go low, you aim for that higher spiritual octave. You go higher. And this is even with things like that you feel very righteous about, or in defense of your priorities, in defense of your values, in defense of... Don't think that way. If there's anything that you know, unless your life is literally being threatened, move away from any source of conflict. Move away from anything really, sucking you into the lower vibration, because your message is to aim for the higher. So I don't know if this is you in a discussion with someone, or if this is you in a negotiation, or if this is you in a situation at work or on the internet or with your family, friends, siblings. Remember, this is really contextless, these sidebars. It's one detail that fits into a bigger thing going on already. So if you guys need more context, I do 2 reads per sign every week. I also do monthlies and a bunch of other cool stuff. So check that out if you feel like it resonates, but you don't know really where it fits. The answer could be over on Patreon. Let's get a card for you though. Oh, yeah, okay. You might be a little bit extremely righteous, extremely ambitious, extremely even hyper-focusing on money, or like your physical possessions, what you really have in your close vicinity, and maybe even feeling very protective of that. You might feel like it's threatened or that it's insecure and you have to secure your belongings. This, I feel, could be an overreaction, or like a hyper awareness, and the real value, the real, and be careful of arguments, because you could feel really, really empowered, extremely combative, extremely triggered, especially with money, especially anything to do with finances, values, your stuff. Be careful of that, because your message is to aim for the higher octave. The higher octave of the Chariot. See, these 2 sphinxes will ask him a riddle, and he will have to answer this riddle adequately for them to know. They're going to ask him a riddle that will tell them, depending on how he answers it, how well he knows himself. Because if he knows himself very well, the charioteer will drive this chariot exactly where he needs it to go. And they will take him exactly where he needs to go to win. This is a very competitive win too. So this is like good for athletes, anything athletic, any competition going on, And if you are feeling angsty, if you are feeling defensive, Pisces, you really want to channel that into a competitive sport where it's healthy, you know, join like a soccer team in a safe way, or if there's any, or video games online, you know, social distancing, something safe, but where the competition, the competitiveness is encouraged and accepted, and it's like part of the deal. But you just don't want that energy between you and your family. You don't want that energy between you and like your very closest friendships, when someone's like needing a shoulder to cry on and you're like, you know. So your message, wherever this is fitting in this little sidebar between you and I, is to aim for the higher spiritual octave. And, you know, you may even believe like, okay, well, I already do have spiritual values. Well, look to see where you're just defensive, where you are righteous, where you are still in a conflict, even about spiritual things, even regarding, you know, your Bible study, or your, whatever your deity is, whatever that is, in that group, in those interactions, there could be something coming up where you're feeling slighted, or you're feeling down, or you're, you know, whatever it is. So just be really hyper aware of your own energy in the days and weeks ahead, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, because that's your message, is to aim for the higher spiritual octave of whatever's going on. Okay, my loves, I am on Patreon. There's a bunch of cool stuff there. Check it out. That's what I use to dump all my psychic channelings and all my psychic energies. So I'll be there, hop on, hop off, toggle up, toggle down. It's all good with me. I'm just happy I can offer something unique for the masses, for people. So take really good care, Pisces. I'm sending you guys lots of love. And until next time, lots of beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads, Aries. Mwah.